show. What is this man angry about? Right now, nothing except your little snide comment, Super Stylist 75 trademark. What's the trademark for anyways, motherfucker? Who the fuck are you? Fuck are you? Trademark? You and all the kids at recess talk about your trademark? Special little boy with your trademark? You see what I mean? Like, I'm not there. I'm not cool. Like, I'm just not there. But I'm trying. I'm gonna try to find love for Super Sly 75 trademark with the, like, let's go to this motherfucker's channel. Like, who is this guy? Super Sly 75. Super Sly 75. Let's see here. Super Sly 75. I found you, dog. 39.9K subscribers. Wait. Hang on. Damn, dude, you be actually doing a lot of videos. That's interesting. What's the trademark for, though, bro? Come on now. Let's see here. Let's see if I agree with a lot of your takes here. That's interesting. I'll say this. You're putting in work, that's for sure. Definitely putting in that work. Good for you. Do you have shorts going, too? Damn, you got shorts going, too? All right, Super Sly. Oh, what's this one? Wait a minute. When you're bored and you watch too many Miami Vice, you're like loading a pistol or something like that? That's interesting. All right, man. All right. You got some cool cats. I dig it. Nice, man. And so that's like a black bomber, man, on your thing? Man, I'm a fan. I'm going from a hater to a fan now. Interesting. I'm going to give you a subscribe. There you go. What is the TM about, though? What's that about?
But being shorter.
How tall are you?
I'm only 5'5".
Super Sly's 5'5" and gets plenty of ass.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to use that as an excuse either. But
so you're in sales?
Yeah, I'm in sales.
Are you in outside sales?
In store. You know, like selling like actual phones. Okay. I'm also training to do for businesses and things like that.
Okay, so you're an inside sale. You're 38.
Yeah, just turned.
What kind of shape are you in?
I'm overweight. Working on it right now.
Okay. You got two struggles already. You can't be short and fat.
Yeah.
2 strikes. You got to pick a struggle.
That's true.
Super Sly's 5'5", but he's yoked. You know that. Why are you short and fat?
Hey. Ay. Super late live stream. See what happens when you be your authentic self. It either bothers people or people be like, I like this guy. So y'all be mindful, man. Just be your authentic self and everything else will fall into place. What is this? Happy Sunday, everybody. Going over House of Dragon. What was that, episode 4? Kind of a slow burn. Lord Ormond is a classic villain. Lord Ormond Hightower is a classic villain. I did like that Daemon is trying to cover for Rhaena and Sheep Stealer, knowing they're the reason why Jace is dead. So it just took me a minute to realize, that was the head that he put on the table was the farmer guy, the goat farmer. That's when he's looking down, he says, so he killed the goat farmer, chopped his head off, burned it up. He's like, I got the person that was riding Sheep Stealer. I was like, so but we're not. That's not the last of Bela. We're gonna see her again, for sure, for sure, for sure. For sure. All right, all right. Oh, I keep forgetting you. You read the book, so you already know what happens. You read the books. I don't know what to tell you. All right, let's get this thing kicked off. I'm here for 90 minutes. 90 minutes is all you're gonna give me for. Man, don't worry. I did not forget Tartaria. It's gonna be its own separate show. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. Okay. Let's go here. Let's do some history. Does anybody know or remember who Ajita Wilson was? Ajita Wilson. Does anybody remember who? Well, some of y'all's daddies might know who this person is. I've never heard of this person. Ajita Wilson. Ajita Wilson. And it just goes to show, it's kind of funny to me how the LGBT people always frame the narrative like they've been marginalized. Like, you guys have been celebrated all throughout cinema history. All right, so let's go here. This person you may or may not ever heard of, Ajita Wilson. Okay, Ajita Wilson. Ajita Wilson. Never heard of this person. Okay. All right. Ajita Wilson seemingly appeared out of nowhere in 1976. 1976. Strolling across the screen in Cesar Cineveri's The Nude Princess, she became an overnight sex sensation. Long and lanky with the features of a sculpture come to life, Wilson effortlessly holds the viewer's attention. One cannot look away when she is on screen. I use she lightly. Her piercing eyes, dewy lips, and large hands, manicured beyond all reason, had an unearthly quality that was impossible to resist. Her figure displayed a strength and grace like a gazelle in human form. As director Jess Franco has suggested, she was more of a presence than an actress. Wilson's most arresting on-screen moments are ones of stillness. She commands attention simply by being there. She possesses an aura of dignity, even when surrounded by the most diabolical of cinematic perversions. Okay? We're gonna learn. Listen, black people have this disposition of wanting to put their heads in the sands when it comes to certain marginalized groups. Black people have been celebrating Gibbets. I mean, been celebrating. So here we go. Where did this enigmatic beauty come from? Let's see. Okay. She's believed to be born in the 50s in New York City in 1950 and was one of America's biggest sex stars. Okay. 1981 issue of Jet magazine as a beauty of the week. This is a man, y'all. I need y'all to understand. That black man, the owner of Ebony and Jet magazine, featured a trans person as his beauty of the week in Jet magazine in 1981. Boomers been lying to y'all. Boomers been getting down with this group for a very, 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 very long time. Do you understand? As much Christian doctrination and all the rigmarole they want to purport to people and these facades, you know, good Christian values, good moral, good stand. They've been getting down with the boomers, man. Boomers been lying to y'all. Why is the owner of Jet magazine featuring a trans man in 1981 as Jet's beauty of the week? 1981. But let's continue. Okay. Even those who knew her best were unsure of her origins. Online speculation suggests Rio de Janeiro or somewhere in South America. One particular amusing take on the tale is that Ajita was born in Flint, Michigan, and worked as a firefighter. Moving to New York City, the story goes she began performing as a drag entertainer and prostitute before undergoing surgery to become a woman. It has long been suggested that Ajita Wilson was born biologically male. In keeping with her enigmatic allure, these rumors didn't begin to pick up steam until after her death. In life, she was hailed as the ultimate sex goddess. Her image appeared in countless nudie magazines across Europe, and she attained a status on par with other sex stars such as Laura Gesmer, particularly in Italy and Greece. She was even featured in Players magazine, y'all. What we talking about, man? What we talking about? Okay. Let's see here. Following her 1976 debut in Canaveri's aforementioned political sex farce, she worked nearly nonstop for a decade. There were stop-offs in softcore flicks such as Black Deep Throat, The Pussycat Syndrome, high-gloss productions like the German sex comedy Joy of Flying, opposite Gianni Gargo. She is also a frequent inmate in the world of women in prison film with roles such as Hotel Paradise and Escape from Hell. If you in those 1980s films, the women were always in prison. They had to bust out, get out of prison, find a way out of prison. They were tortured in prison, right? Abused in prison. All those prison movies from the early 80s. They're all on Prime Video. They're all on Amazon Prime, right? Okay. Her star rose at a dizzying pace. A producer only needed to place Wilson's name and image on a poster to ensure box office returns. Certainly prolific, Wilson seemed to have been more interested in the work than the role, and featured in films that are very definition of diversified. There were comedic sex romps such as My Nights with Messalina, La Bravada, Contraband, Love, Lust, and Ecstasy, Erotic Passion. Okay, while her image may have graced magazines and film posters aplenty, interviews with Ajita were scarce. Few of her contemporaries are living and active in the industry, but those who have been interviewed speak of Wilson's kindness and professionalism on set. While Tina Amont, interviewed for the DVD release of The Nude Princess in 2003, expressed surprise at the suggestion that Wilson was not born female. Jess Franco and Lena Romay did not. She was definitely transsexual, said Romay in the documentary of featurette Voodoo Jess, tracing the makings of Franco's Macumba Sexual in 83, in which Wilson and Romay co-starred. Okay. Let's go here. As the late 70s, early 80s softcore boom faded away and American hardcore product flooded the worldwide market, Ajita Wilson's star began to descend. While a few higher profile films came her way, she increasingly found herself cast in the bottom of the barrel hardcore features. While no stranger to performing sex on screen, which she had done occasionally throughout her career, her hardcore appearances in the late 80s were grimy affairs with zero budget and limited talent either side of the lens. It was around this time that Wilson's physical appearance began to change. Her eyes, once alluring, began to take on the sadness that she never seemed to shake, no matter what character she was playing. Her breasts, once voluptuous round, became flattened, and her face began to take on a more masculine appearance. Was her body beginning to reject the many procedures it must have undergone to reveal the woman inside? We can never know for sure, but the lively spark she once displayed was all but gone. Film offers dried up, and she found herself going back to her roots in the world of prostitution. Her final film to be released in her lifetime was 1986's White Mouth, Black Mouth, opposite Anything with a Pulse. In the film, Wilson seemed detached, hardened, and uncomfortable. She engages in acts she obviously does not enjoy, and one can't help but notice that the light in her eyes that was dimming seemed to have gone out completely. Softcore cinema was dead, and in many ways that was the end of Ajita Wilson. Okay. March 26, 1987, the woman we knew on screen as Ajita Wilson died tragically in a car accident in Rome. Okay. There was another black trans woman person that was pretty famous underground. I forget. I covered it. I forget its name. Same, pretty much same backstory. She was murdered, and nobody knows why. Like a robbery or drug deal going bad. But back in, like I said, late 70s, early 80s, black folks been getting down with this marginalized group and been celebrating them forever and a day. Okay. So, all right, Ajita Wilson, y'all. Ajita Wilson. I forget the other person's name I covered. It's been a minute. This was okay. This is her and Jet. Oh wait. Oh no, I can't show that. Okay, here we go. This was her and Jet magazine, y'all. Beautiful Ajita Wilson from Rome, Italy, is a movie actress in Europe. When she is not making films, she enjoys reading, dancing, and people. Okay, this was its cover in Jet magazine. There's nothing new, y'all. Nothing new. Uh-oh. Big dogs in the house. There's nothing new under the sun, y'all. We've been celebrating this group of marginalized folks forever and a day. No, Jay. It's a trap. Jay, no, it's a trap. Jay, it's a trap. It's a trap, bro. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. It's a trap, bro. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. It's a trap, bro. Let me find the other one that I covered. Let me do it like this. Black trans. Where's the other one I covered in the 80s? There's a couple of them. I'm trying to remember the other one I covered. Damn it. Hold on, I'm gonna find it, y'all. In the let's do the 1980s. Hold up. I'm gonna find it. I can't remember. It's bothering me now because I covered that person. There's like a particular movie, like in the 80s, that pretty much made them damn near star, but then they had an unsolved murder. There was an unsolved murder. Okay, let's do this. Black trans unsolved murder. It had to be in the 80s though. Unsolved murders. Okay, let's do the 19. Okay, try. Hold up. Y'all know how I get when I'm trying to look for something. Like, I have to find it. So there's another one. There's a bunch of unsolved murders. Here's another one. This is another one. Alana Kayla. Unsolved murder. But this was him before. This was him after. Wow. That's scary. She was Polynesian. Yeah, y'all be careful out here. They've been perfecting this thing for a very, very long time. But that's not the one I'm looking for. This ain't the one I'm looking for. I'm gonna find it, y'all. I'm gonna find it. Okay, wait. Let me think now. 1980s unsolved murder. I'm gonna find it. We'll come back to it. If I can remember what it was, I'll get to it. But I don't want to get bogged down. Okay, nah, not Rita Hester. No. I'll know the name when I see it or hear it. There's a particular movie. There's like a silly satire porn romp that the person was famous for, basically, and it starred another well-known porn actress, white woman. Let's do this. Famous. I got. I'll ask it a different question. Black trans. 1980s. I know. Let's do it. Let's ask it this way. Okay, nope. But you know what? Let's go here. Interesting. These are people I never heard of. So, black trans trailblazers you may not learn about in history class. Okay, so Pauli Murray. Okay, she, her, North Carolina. They sought out testosterone for hormone replacement therapy and even begged doctors to perform exploratory surgeries with the belief they would find undescended testes. They were also known to wear seahorse brooch on their lapel and indeed were obsessed with seahorses due to their genderless nature. It was a symbol Murray felt of their own gender ambiguity. So seahorses, y'all, they had codes way back then. Okay. They were known as the first African American woman ordained as an Episcopal priest and the first black person to graduate JSD. So, how men complain about women preaching in the pulpit? Well, you had them people in the pulpit back in the 80s. Oh, no. Y'all. Francis Thompson, one of the linchpins who propelled Reconstruction forward after Civil War. This should be interesting. And born into slavery in a southern plantation, it was here that she transitioned. The family that claimed to own her recognized her gender identity and gave her feminine clothes to match. Frances was liberated during an uprising and began her life as a free woman in Memphis, Tennessee, where she witnessed one of the most consequential post-war atrocities against black Americans, the Memphis Massacre of 1866. Countless black Tennesseans were murdered by an angry mob, white men, most of whom were police. Thompson was one such victim. In the aftermath, Frances was one of 5 brave black women who recounted their stories of survival before a congressional committee. Their testimony helped reinvigorate Reconstruction efforts. Congress adopted the 14th Amendment just a few weeks later in June of 1866. Y'all have trans women to thank for that. God damn. Talk about a plot twist. Talk about a whole plot twist. You have black trans to thank for the 14th Amendment. Now, I don't know how you should feel about that. I'm not telling you how to feel. But all of history is a lie. What's the saying? Only the winners write the history. So because of this person and 5 other black women, you got the 14th Amendment. You got the 14th Amendment. Wow. 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 Now go run tell that. It wasn't Eve Robin. It wasn't Eve Robin. Okay. Wow. To check the brutal violation of black Memphians rights by agents of the state, The federal government would guarantee citizenship, equal protection, and due process. At the heart of this historic transformation of the Constitution laid a testimony of 5 women who told Congress of being attacked by white men, asserting that they must be protected from such violence like any white woman would have been. Their claim to equal protection included a woman who had become one through transition. So the black men didn't matter. It's because black women were being attacked. Boy, listen, I'm not here to debate nobody's historical acumen on what led to what. But the black man ain't the reason why we got the 14th Amendment. 4 women and 1 trans said, hey, these white cops assaulting us. We need help. And you wonder why black women see themselves as separate entities. Right? And you wonder why black women now see themselves separate from the black man. I get it. You can make the argument that the black woman throughout the course of history has seen her man fail to protect her. I'm willing to entertain the argument. I may even lean towards that argument. You want to know why Keisha is the way she is? Because her mama, grandmama, great-grandma, her entire gender has seen her man fail to protect her, avenge her, get her justice, won't defend himself. Nasty work. Let's continue. Thompson had once been enslaved, and she knew as well as anyone that her testifying under oath to white congressmen was unprecedented. In much of the country, black women could not legally be assaulted because the legal system developed during slavery did not consider them persons. We're not talking about black men. We're talking about black women. The entire Memphis police force was fired in the aftermath, largely in thanks to Frances and the women who testified. For a while, she returned to life in Memphis as a renowned spiritualist and fortune teller, but after nearly a decade of police harassment, a neighbor outed her and law enforcement arrested her for cross-dressing. Frances was sentenced to forced labor in a men's chain gang and died shortly after her release, likely due to health conditions exacerbated by the brutality of her incarceration. Yeah, you can thank four black women and 1 black trans for the 14th Amendment. Had nothing to do with black men. Once again, black men can... Okay, this is Miss Major Griffey Gracie. What did you do? Known to many as Mama, dedicated community organizer who refused to abandon the most marginalized among us. Okay, this is early 80s. Okay. Oh, I seen this in Vice magazine, or Vice, on the Vice story. Okay. Marsha Johnson, perhaps the most recognizable figure in black trans American history in the early years post Stonewall. Many mainstream gay and lesbian organizations sought to distance themselves from trans counterparts. Okay. Marsha was prolific organizer. Okay, so this is Marsha. That's Marsha. This is the one. Okay, she mobilized her community in the aftermath of the Stonewall uprising. So this was in Stonewall, New York, when I guess a club full of trans people got beat up and shot up. It was a riot in this club, and this is the person that led the march for, street trans, okay, anti-trans violence. Okay. We want to see all gay people have a chance, equal rights as straight people have in America. Our main goal is to see gay people liberated and free and have equal rights that the other people have in America. We'd like to see our gay brothers and sisters out of jail and on the streets again. Okay. Circumstances around Marsha's death remain unclear. We only know she was pulled from the Hudson in 92. God damn. Okay. Once again, this is the person you can thank. This person and 4 black women for the 14th Amendment. Okay? Frances Thompson. Don't debate me, man. Don't debate me. Don't debate me. Don't you look at me, little puppet. Don't you look at me. All right. I got to definitely chop that up and make it its own video because that is crazy. I'm still looking for the one particular actress. It's pissing me off because I can't find it. It's pissing me off, y'all. Look here. Let's go. We got more. Gladys Bentley was a gender-bending performer during the Harlem Renaissance. Now, we all understand the Harlem Renaissance was a celebration of gay culture. Nobody's not. Who doesn't know this, right? Died in 1960 at the age of 52. Was Harlem's most famous lesbian in the 1930s and among the best-known black entertainers in the United States. Okay. Here we go. Bayard Rustin, MLK's right-hand man. Okay. Look here. In 2020, Governor Gavin Newsom pardoned Rustin for his arrest in 1953 when he was found having sex with two men in a parked car in Pasadena. How do you do? How's that? How? Sway. How do you do that? How's that possible? Listen, this is the rabbit hole. We just stumbled into this together. Okay, let's continue. Rustin served 50 days in Los Angeles County Jail, had to register as a sex offender. In pardoning Rustin, Newsom noted how LGBT people were unjustly punished for their sexuality. Sir, this is called lewd and lascivious acts. If this were me and you, we're not getting a pardon. If we're found doing stuff in a car, in the park, or outside, we're getting hit with lewd and lascivious acts, indecent exposure. We're not getting a pardon from a governor. But let's continue. Stormy de Levari. Okay, another lesbian. Okay. James Baldwin, classic homo. Okay, Lorraine Hansberry. She was gay. Okay. Yeah, this is Raising the Sun. This is a woman you can thank for showing men ain't shit. Raising the Sun. The son was useless. Made poor decisions. He had gambling vices, yes. Raising the Sun. Okay. Yeah. She, who never publicly acknowledged she was a lesbian, joined lesbian rights groups, Daughters of Bilitis. Okay. The magazine The Ladder. Okay. When in 2014, her estate unsealed diaries and other writings in which she reveals her sexuality. She died in 65 at 34 years old of pancreatic cancer. Okay. Alvin Ailey, one of the most, prominent people, right? He was gay. Okay. Audre Lorde. Okay. Listen, when have we not? I remember this woman, Barbara Jordan, Texas. Yeah, first woman, black woman, period, to be elected to Congress in Texas in 1972. She was open about her life partner of nearly 30 years, Nancy Earl. She was gay. Okay. Marsha Johnson, Miss Major Griffin Gracie, Ron Oden, first openly gay African-American man elected mayor in an American city. Okay, man. So here you go, RuPaul. Okay. Andrea Jenkins. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the first one elected to a public office. Yes. Okay. I can't find who the hell it is. I'm just going to skip over it. It'll come to me a day or two later, and by then I ain't going to care. By then I'm not going to care. But let's keep it going. All right, let's do Hollywood first. Everybody should be celebrating. Michael has officially crossed the $1 billion mark. I said it would squeak to $1 billion. Okay. I did say it would have to hit 600 or 650 international. Okay. So I was right. What this movie needed to do to hit $1 billion. Okay. This thing squeaked. Like I said, it would squeak to $1 billion. It was gonna coming in blazing, kicking in doors. It was gonna crawl to $1 billion, but it got it. It's there. It's official. Highest grossing biopic of all time. Okay, of all time. I know white folk over there. Some white folk out here losing their minds. Right. So yeah, These are good. These are good numbers. Like I said, it had to be between 600 and 650 internationally for this thing to have a chance at $1 billion. Okay. So yeah, everybody take a victory lap for sure. Everybody pour something out, have a shot, smoke something. You know. Matter of fact, let's go here. Let's go here. Y'all know who that black man is, right? You know who this guy is, right? That's Jonathan Moffett, Sugarfoot, one of Michael's longtime drummers, one of the best drummers ever. He's pretty much done all of Michael's tours, a lot of his session work. This is Jonathan Moffett, Sugarfoot, right? Okay. Yeah, that's his drummer. All right, Dartmouth, I'm gonna let you live tonight, because out of 10 videos, 9 of them I said it would hit $1 billion, and 1 I had doubts. But I'll let you live tonight. Come on, let's go. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, black man. Thank you very much, black man. Okay, so it's official. It is official. Okay. This is Lionsgate highest grossing movie, higher than what was those young adult novel movies, Hunger Games series, all that shit. Lionsgate owes their biggest success to a black man. Owes their biggest success to a black man. Okay, right on. We here for it. Now go ahead and greenlight the sequel. Go ahead and green. And they put that thing on video VOD back on, was it on June? A whole month early? Nasty work. Go ahead and greenlight the sequel, man. That's all we care about at this point. Go ahead and greenlight the sequel. All right, awesome. Okay, more Hollywood stuff before we get on with the other topics. Do you care? Viola Davis, first look deal. She got a thing. She's doing a rom-com, y'all. She's doing a rom-com. Let's see. First look pack deal with Davis and Tennant's company follows UGT signing an overall deal with her All Her Fault creator Megan Gallagher. So it's called Pawn, romantic drama based on a short story by Kennedy Ryan. Okay, from our first meeting together, we felt uniquely connected on how we plan to bring empowering. Listen, y'all not gonna go see this shit, so let me stop y'all right there. Okay, let's stop. You're not gonna go see this. Black rom-coms. But let's continue. Just hear me out. From our first meeting together, we felt uniquely connected on how we plan to bring empowering and fearless voices to the screen. We have long been fans of Kennedy Ryan since reading her Simmering Before I Let Go, and Chantel Wells has worked on some of the most iconic shows of the last decade, carving out her power as a storyteller who is willing to push the boundaries of expect. You're not going to go see this shit. No, you're not going to go see this. Okay? You're just not. Pawn centers around a woman named Gina Jones who makes a deal to become a pawn for a St. Louis crime. I'm already turned off. Becomes a pawn for a St. Louis crime family, the Rossies, in exchange for money to pay for her ailing grandmother's medical treatments. The Rossies want to take down their rivals, the Norths, by targeting their heir apparent Drayden, who is also Gina's new boss. But when Gina and Drayden's interracial, this is going to be interracial, Gina's and Drayden's attraction to each other becomes undeniable. She has to navigate both family threats and secrets to go from pawn to queen. I'm good. No, thank you. Slop. Slop. This looks like trash. I'm good. Ill Magic, thank you for the 5. Should they open the MJ sequel with the Super Bowl performance, and do you think that scene would be worth the shot on IMAX? Listen, I'm not a fan of IMAX. It's a limited scope. There's only like less than 10 true IMAX screens in the entire US. I don't know where they pick up. I don't ask me, man. I appreciate the 5 though. Don't ask me. I just say they pick up from bad and pick up where they left off. Thriller's the hit, and then you just pick up from all the success from Thriller on to bad, maybe up to Dangerous. You know, you still got to skirt over the child issues, because legally you can't talk about that. So I think you should follow the same frame as the first one to celebrate his victories. That's it. That's all. But no one wants to see this bullshit. This is slop. Matter of fact, let's do this. What's the highest grossing? Let me show you how much nobody wants to see black urban rom-coms. Highest grossing. But no, I was saying, Michael, the sequel should be just pick up the baton and celebrate all of his most famous moments after Thriller on up to Dangerous. All of his wins, pretty much. Maybe some more family issues. And that's about it. That's all people want to see is, a highlight reel of all his greatest moments. That's pretty much it. Him and Quincy falling out would be a good subplot. Highest grossing black rom-coms. It might be the Best Man series, right? Highest grossing black rom-coms of all time. This should be funny. Okay, let's see here. Okay, 10 best black rom-coms ranked. Number 10, Love Jones. Matter of fact, I got you. We'll take each one at a time. Love Jones made how much? This is 97. Get the fuck out of here, man. $12 million. Go sit your asses down. Please shut up. Respectfully, I need y'all to shut up. Black people don't black people don't want to see happy romance. Black people don't want to see no damn rom-coms. But let's continue. I'm here for it. Number 9, Love and Basketball. That's a classic. Gina by the Wood, Love and Basketball. And you wonder why Hollywood. Where did this thing do? $27 million. Go sit your asses down. What is this? The Best Man. Probably the best one of them all. But let's see how much it made. The Best Man. 99. $34 million. Now, I would say, given its budget, these are low budgeted movies, so it made some coin. But these are not these are not home runs. These are not triples. These are like singles and doubles. Black folk, given the history of the sales, don't want to see rom-coms or don't like to see happy black people in the end. Y'all just don't. It is what it is. The numbers back me up. Let's continue. How Stella Got a Groove Back. Now this is probably. Now let me see. Let me guess. Women definitely came out for this one. I'm gonna say 50 million. Okay, place your bets. 50 mil. Yes. How Stella Got her groove back. Let's say that I think this thing 50 million. 50 million. Yeah. Let's see. What does it say? What does it say? God damn it. 39 million. So even black women don't want to see this shit. All right. Let's continue. Two can play the game. I don't even remember this one. What is this? Two can play that game. What is this? What is this? I never heard of this. I never heard of this. So if I never heard of it, that means we'll say 15, 20 million. Two can play that game. I've never heard of this movie. Let's say 20, 15 to $20 million. Matter of fact, nope. I'm going to say this thing only made $10 million. Yeah? Vivica Fox, Morris Chestnut, Anthony Anderson, Gabrielle Union. Let's say 10 to 15 million. You remember this? I have no idea about this, bruh. But let's take a look. I'm saying 10 to 15 million. $22 million. Brown Sugar. A good movie with shit. Tay Diggs and oh girl. Okay. Brown Sugar. Let's say 30 million. Let's say 30 million. I don't know. Not even 30 million. Let's say 25 million. Yes, 25 million. 28 million. Damn. This is what happens when you make movies for rom-coms for black people. Black people don't want to see happy, healed, functioning, thriving, healthy relationships. You don't want to see that. You know what you want to see? You know what you want to see? You want to see the bitch get her ass whooped. What's love got to do with it? You want to see the studio scene. You want Ike to take off the cowboy boot and beat it with the heel of the boot. How much did What's Love Got to Do with It make? $39 million. Okay, let's continue. Just Right. Now, I like this movie. It was cool, but no one went to go see this. Nobody went to go see this. Just Right. Let's say 20 million. 20 million? 20 million. 20 million. 20 million. $21 million. The numbers tell me y'all don't want this type of stuff. Number 3, Jumping the Broom. I remember this. Laz Alonso. Yes? Laz Alonso before he got skinny. Jumping the Broom. I'm going to say $17 million. $17 million. Yes? Ooh, 38 million. I stand corrected. $38 million. Okay, that's a good look. That's a good look. Think Like a Man. Definitely this is the highest grossing of them all. Think Like a Man had 2 sequels. I think it cracked 100 million, right? That was a big deal. Think Like a Man. Did it hit 100 million? I believe it did. Yeah, 96 million. 96 million. Yeah. Yeah. This is a gender war movie, though. Go back and rewatch this movie. This is a gender war movie. Back in 2012, they were already laying the seeds. They were already planting the foundation for the gender war. This is nothing but a gender war movie. How can I use my game to get something for nothing? Yeah. Go back and rewatch this and come back and tell me this was not a gender war movie. Yeah. And they had a sequel, right? Had a sequel. Think Like a Man 2. Based off Steve Harvey's book. Yeah, I know it had a sequel. What did the sequel do? 70 million. Gender war movies. Gender war movies, yeah? Okay. Oh my God, You Mean Tuscany was a flop, bruh. Super flop. Super flop. Let's continue. Coming to America. I don't think it did Think Like a Man numbers. And I wouldn't even consider Coming to America a rom-com. Is that a rom-com to y'all? I wouldn't call it 288. I mean, Eddie Murphy was the biggest star in the world at the time. I don't consider this a rom-com. Comedy romance. Yeah, I guess it is. 288. But this was 1988, y'all. This is a whole different time. Those 90s movies. No. 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 The Diary of the Tired Black Man. What year was that? Yeah, Tyler Perry didn't help with that either. Diary of a. Oh, that was Oh, that's Al Grease, the guy from Brazil. What was the one? Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Was that a Tyler Perry? Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Is that what the name of it called? This is it. This one did $50 million. You, Me, and Tuscany. Let me see. $22 million. Nobody wants to see this shit. This is slop. This is slop. You can like it. That's great. The numbers tell me something different. General audiences, casual moviegoers, they don't want this. Black folks sure as hell don't want this. Matter of fact, let's do this. You, Me, and Tuscany. Let's see the demographic breakdown of what demographics want to go see. You, Me, and Tuscany demographics. Okay. 79% female, 21% male. 18 to 34%, 18 to 34 age group, 53%. So your biggest demo group was 18 to 34, because that's who Haley caters to, right? 35 to 49, 27%, under 18, and over 50, 20%. Okay. 45% black. Black and people of color. 45% of ticket sales. Okay. So this movie cost $18 million to make. 18 million times, whatever marketing. Let's say 36 million. At least 36 million. 30 million. I'll even get 30 million. This movie lost money. Okay, it didn't break even. And so let's leave the international markets alone. So out of $18 million, 45% of these ticket sales came from black people, mainly black women. $10 million in sales. This is a flop. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. This tells me y'all don't care for shit like this either. Okay? Don't debate me. Debate these damn numbers. Okay? Woman, art thou loosed. Okay. Woman, art. Oh shit, let me go back to it. My bad. Woman, art thou loosed. I'm going to say 50 million just because it's TD Jakes. You ready? Okay, this is the one we want. We want the TD Jakes version. Okay, with Kimberly Elise. 2004. No, I'll take that back. Not 50. Let's say 40 million. Okay? 40 million. Let's check it out. 40 million. God damn. Oh, Lord Jesus. I was trying to be nice. $6.8 million. $6.8 million. So black women don't want to see rom-coms, and they don't want movies about accountability. So they don't want rom-coms. They don't want accountability, because this definitely was an accountability movie. Don't debate me. Debate these white man's numbers. Okay, that's it. That's all. Don't debate me. Debate these numbers. I love doing this stuff with y'all. I love going over numbers with y'all. The Family That Prays. Okay, that was a classic. Hey, I ain't going front. That was a good ass movie. That was a good. You know why it was a good ass movie? Because the black woman got left with nothing. White man went back to his white ass family, right? But then black woman got with the white woman, Kathy Bates, at the end. They put the switcheroo on the son, but nonetheless, the black man got away from the succubus. His construction company grew without her, in spite of her. You know, that was a fucked up movie. The family that prays, and even the title tells you like this was okay. You ready? I'm gonna say 30 million. I'm gonna say 30 million. 30 million. 30 million. 30 million. At least 30 million. Okay, let's go. 37 million. And also notice these black movies either get no international release or very limited international release runs. Okay, pay attention to how these black rom-coms either get no international release or very limited national release. Okay, $37 million. Somebody said, "Beloved, listen, I will never forget the day we went to an early screener, and I never seen so many white people laughing at and just jovial at this movie, coming out of the movie. This was crazy. This and what's the other movie? Precious bothered me. Beloved, 22 million, no international release, right? The budget for this thing was $80 million. Oh my God, what? Are you serious? Beloved production budget, 80 million? Holy cow. Please tell me that's a misquote. Oh my God, 80 fucking million dollars for this movie, y'all. They spent, look at this. $80 million. And it only grossed $8 million this opening week. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, sirs. This was a Disney flick. It only made $23 million altogether. God damn. That's crazy. Precious. Yeah, this movie made me look at white folk totally different. This movie made me look at white folk like they like going to these movies and seeing, you know, like, oh, look at them, look what they go through. Like, after this movie, back when we seen an early screener for this, I never looked at white people the same. Never. I never looked at white people the same after watching this movie. Listen, I'm telling you from my experience. I don't know about y'all. I can't speak for nobody else. I'm telling you, we went to an early screener with people in suits and business attire. They carry briefcases, Palm Pilots, Blackberries, StarTex, Two Ways, all that shit, man. We were up in there with these people, okay? Because we were doing a marketing campaign for this movie. I didn't like it, but hey, the checks were pretty nice. I will never forget throughout the movie when the baby fell and the white folk were laughing when she threw, what was the baby's name? Mongo. Threw the baby on the ground. These white folk were laughing. Oh my God, I was disgusted. White people, like, really on a whole disgust me as a collective, man. Like, I never. And then I remember the end when she's running down the street and the Patti LaBelle song is playing, or the LaBelle song is playing, and these motherfuckers was clapping and laughing and giggling on the way out, man. It was a bunch of black people. We just sat there like, what the fuck did we just watch? And we're just looking and watching these white folks laugh, and it's like, oh my God, it was such a great movie. And I never looked at white folk the same. Ugh. I was so disgusted. I'll never look at white people the same. This really skewed me. You know what I'm saying? Call me whatever, racist, big. I don't give a fuck. I saw what I saw. Oh, your boy Bear plays the boyfriend. Oh Lord Jesus. No. Let's go. Precious made $63 million, man. I'll say this: Mariah Carey acted her ass off in this movie. No makeup, New York accent. She killed her role. But man, I ain't never saw so many white people just laughing and giggling when the baby. I mean, when she dropped the baby dog. Oh my God, I'll never forget that. Hearing that reaction, I'll never forget it. Never forget it. I'll never look at the motherfuckers. I'm like, oh, for real? Okay. Like, I mean, we all get wake up calls, throughout our lives and stuff and reminders. But that for me skewed me to a point where I can never, you know what I'm saying? Never. I'm good. I'm good. I mean, listen, we all knew Preciouses that grew up, It's just not, you don't want to see it on the big screen, you know what I mean? So these are according to CBR, the highest or best ranked black rom-coms. Let's go here. Aspire TV. Let's see what they say. I don't want to do this. Boom. Okay, let's see what they say. Brown Sugar, The Wood, Boomer. Okay, let's go down. Okay, cool. The Wood. That's a classic. It's a hood classic, but The Wood. What did this movie make? $25 million. Okay, that's not bad. Boomerang. I remember all the white critics hated this movie. Because they couldn't stand the sight of seeing successful black people. No white people, 131 million. Yeah, this is Eddie Murphy. This is peak Eddie Murphy. Had a budget of 42 million. Yeah, this is peak Eddie Murphy, man. Oh, the white folk hated this movie. Waiting to Exhale. Okay. Waiting to Exhale. I'm going to say 40. To be fair, 35 to 40? 35 to 40. 81 million. Let me shut up. Okay, $81 million. $81 million. Every last one of these women had something wrong with them, right? Okay, let's break those women down real quick. Waiting to Exhale. Let's go over what was wrong with each and every last one of these black women. What was wrong with every last one of these black women? Savannah, she couldn't let go of the married man. Layla Rashawn was a bust down. Robin was a bust down. Gloria was the controlling black mother, wouldn't let her black son leave the bosom to explore the world. Remember, Gregory Hines was like, hey, let him go be a man. Remember that, right? Let him go be a man. Angela Bassett, she got done dirty. I ain't gonna front. She probably the most sincere, most likable character in this movie. She got done dirty. She became an angry black woman for a legitimate reason. So I give Bernadine the pass. But Savannah, like, bitch, you knew better. Like, he wasn't gonna leave his wife for you. And Robin, until you realize you had some self-worth, or didn't she end up getting pregnant or something? I'm just gonna keep this baby and love this baby, and I don't need you. Okay, bitch. All right. Okay. And then of course, Gloria was raising a son husband until the black man had to tell her, let him go be a man. Because she was turning her son into a son husband. Okay? Hey, if you think I'm wrong, tell me. If you think I'm wrong, tell me. Is Hitch a black rom-com? I wouldn't call it a black rom-com. I call it a rom-com because Will Smith transcended race. I know that sounds lame and all, but Will Smith is one of those guys that transcends race. It's $371 million. It made more money overseas than it did here in the States. Yeah, Will Smith is one of those few rare black actors that transcends race. I think Samuel L. Jackson transcends race. There's quite a few of them that just doesn't even matter like no one's gonna be mad because they're black. He's one of those guys. Idris Elba transcends race. You understand? So, yeah, this is a rom-com. This is not a black rom-com. Like, Will Smith doesn't do black movies per se. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the last black movie Will Smith did? Like, I mean, blackety black. I can't recall. Okay. Let me see what the numbers say for the weekend. Where we at? Moana. Oof. I think it was too soon for Moana. Plus, you had a bunch of heavy hitters this month. And we just had the Moana sequel. That did $1 billion. Now everybody's panicking. Like, everybody calm down. This is just a misstep. Minions and Monsters fell 45%. Toy Story fell 39%. Evil Dead, man. That was a crazy flick. Obsession fell 27%. This thing's still making money. Backrooms fell 54%. Still making money. Michael made $250,000. Leviticus is at $7 million. Devil Wears Prada fell 40%. Death of Robin Hood fell 68%. I Love Boosters. Flippity flop. That movie cost what, $18 million? Yeah. Flippity flop. Okay. All right. Disclosure Day. Flippity flop. Spielberg ain't put out a decent ass film since Jurassic Park. I said what I said. Okay. All right. Yeah, Bad Boys is not black to me. I don't. Matter of fact, let's go look at Will Smith's movie and y'all tell me what's a black movie to y'all. I can't recall him putting out a Will Smith filmography. I don't think he's really done a black movie, y'all. Yeah, you look at this shit. Where? Okay, you know what? After Earth. That's only because it's a black family. So let's go through it. Where the Day Takes You, nobody watched that. Made in America, nobody watched that. 6 Degree Separation, Bad Boys, Independence Day, Men in Black, Welcome to Hollywood, Enemy of the State. That's not a black movie, y'all. Because it has a black family, it's making a black movie. Wild Wild West, Legend of Bagger Vance, Ali, Men in Black 2, Bad Boys 2, Jersey Girl. I barely remember that. I Robot, Shark Tale, Hitch, ATL, no. Pursuit of Happiness, not a black movie. Just because I don't consider this a black movie. I Am Legend, Hancock, Secret Life of Bees, Karate Kid, This Means War, Men in Black 3, After Earth. After Earth had a black family. Does that make it a black movie? I don't think so. I liked it because it was a coming of age movie. You know, the black father had to teach his black son how to survive and be a man. I mean, it's a rite of passage movie. And black folk didn't want to see that shit. Okay. Matter of fact, what did that movie make? Let me see. I remember debating people. Black folk didn't want to see that shit. And I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. $243 million. Look at that. Domestically, $60 million. This internationally made 3 times as much. People did not want to see a black rites of passage movie involving a black son and a black father. Okay, let's continue. Focus, classic. Concussion, Suicide Squad, Bright, classic. Aladdin, Gemini Man. No, he hasn't done a black movie. Okay, King Richard. Is King Richard but that's a biopic. It's a biopic. I don't consider that a black movie. I don't know. I'll let you guys fight it out. Emancipation and Bad Boys Ride or Die. Maybe 2 you can say black movies because they involve black families. But other than that, he doesn't do black movies. He doesn't do black movies, y'all. Okay, let's continue. I don't want to get bogged down into Hollywood too much. Because some of y'all be like, okay, so let's move on. I'm like, all right, moving on. Let's see. Il Magic, thank you for the 5. Hitch is a good movie. Also, Men in Black. The first one is also one of my favorite collections. Oh, for sure. Listen, how many bangers does he have under his belt? That's why. Who made the comparison between, what did I say? Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, and then Will Smith and somebody else. I'm like, Will Smith, what? Oh, somebody said Denzel was a bigger star than Will Smith. And I was like, where? Yeah, somebody said Denzel was a bigger star than Will. I said never. He was never a bigger star than Will. Ever, 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 ever. It's Will and Eddie. 1A, 1B. Will and Eddie. You know, we're talking black superstars that transcend race. And you know, that Will and Eddie. Let them fight it out. Will and Eddie. That's it, man. There's nobody else. Yeah, and call him Mr. July. Yeah, he's called Mr. July. Yeah, every summer for 4 years, for 4 summers, it was Will Smith's summer. Everybody sit down, get out the way. He was a monster. He was a monster. Ali's not a black movie. I don't consider it a black movie either. I didn't think it's a black movie either. Okay. Let's get on. Let's go to Lindsey Graham. Now, everything I present, huge grain of sea salt. Okay, everybody get your aluminium kufis, aluminium bonnets, aluminium fitted caps, aluminium Kangos, aluminium bucket hats. You know, some of y'all got some ladies got some rollers. Get your aluminium pink rollers. We're going down this. Oh, wait. Last story. Ocean's 11. They're adding to the cast. Okay, Ocean's 11. I think I might want to go see this. Okay, Ocean's 11. I might want to go see this. I changed my mind, y'all. I changed my mind. So right now, Bradley Cooper, Margot Robbie, Wagner Moura, Monica Barbaro, and Josh Gad. I may want to go see this. This is a prequel set in the 60s. And Robbie and Cooper are Daniel Ocean's parents. Okay, I might want to go see this. All right, let's get on. Ooh, wait. Denzel acting is better? Is he really though? Wait. Listen, Will Smith's King Richard, Emancipation, Pursuit of Happiness. Ooh, he's got an Oscar. I don't. How much better is Denzel acting wise than he? No, bruh. They're right. I'm sorry. They're right there. Sorry. Babe, aren't you hungry? Yes, you are. Babe, you don't want no cookies? Wow. Okay. Yeah, when I get done. An hour. Okay, but that was like 30 minutes ago. Okay, give me. Okay, come get me at 11. Like, put him in the oven at 11. Half an hour from now. Just do as you fucking told. Get your little. Don't get no pop off. You better get hit with the water bottle. That only works when I command her to do so. It's attack and destroy. No, it's not gonna work. Nope, it's not gonna work. Anywho, let me see. Il Magic, thank you again, bruh. You know what? Come to think of it, Denzel versus Will based on acting is a good debate, and Denzel has 2 Oscars. Will has 1. I listen. I don't put Denzel like he's not that much of a better actor than Will to me. As Will gotten older, he's gotten better. Denzel's gonna be Denzel, y'all. Come on, I'm sitting there watching Hurricane. That's not how that works. Anywho, I was sitting there watching Hurricane. It's just like Denzel being Denzel. Somebody in the comments kind of gave me pushback about, what was it? Oh, it was one of my videos about actors, and I said, listen, I said George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Samuel L. Jackson, they all play the same character in every movie. They're all the same. You go see Sam Jackson. Oh, I said, because I was talking about the banker movie, how much better an actor Sam Jackson was than Anthony Mackie. But Sam Jackson is Sam Jackson in every movie. He's a cool ass uncle. Either he's cursing or he's not. Girl, what in the hell? Hellcat. Get up here. I said Sam Jackson is the same. Bless you. Is the same in every movie. Either he's cursing or he's not. Okay, he's the cool uncle, and he's smooth and he's suave as shit. But either he's cursing or he's not. He's the same guy in every movie. And remember that interview? He said one of the white boys told him, say, "Hey man, just be the same in every movie." I forget how that interview went. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can find who told Sam Jackson to be the same. Is that how it was framed? Here we go. Bruce Willis told him. This is what Bruce Willis said to him. While filming Die Hard with a Vengeance, Willis advised Jackson to find a single, beloved, recurring character he could always fall back on when other movies flopped. Willis pointed out that he had John McClane, Schwarzenegger had Terminator, Stallone had Rocky. Jackson had stated that finding this advice later led to multi-picture deals as Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's exactly what it is. He's the same in every. They all are at some point. Okay. Jackson himself had frequently pushed back on the idea that he always plays the same person, noting that he takes great care to give every role his all and embody the unique traits of different characters. Yeah, but it's still you, bruh. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Okay. All right. No playtime. No. Right now I'm working. Let me work. Okay, get out, Hellcat. Be gone. Go on. Here. Boop. Okay. I'm sorry, what? It's like I got news for you. Nobody down here has looked at the county code in 100. Hey. What? These people move down here and the first thing they weaponize is the county code. Wait, hey, who is it? Y'all get this person up out of here. Get the Catholic person up out of here, please and thank you. He said Denzel and Hurricane was depressing. It was. And Ezra went to go see him, and that was a fucked up movie. A Denzel comedy doesn't exist like a Will Smith in theater doesn't exist. So, okay, because Will Smith didn't get his start in theater, unlike Denzel, but Will started in TV. So I'm not under. But that's not. You can't help that was not Will's origin story, because he went from rapper to TV. He had a leg up. He didn't have to grind it out per se like, Will's like Denzel, but to carry a sitcom for 5 seasons, let's not diminish Will Smith. Come on, we're not gonna do that shit. We're not gonna do that shit every night. It was either, what are we watching, Martin or Fresh Prince? Are we gonna watch Martin first, then Fresh Prince? Or are we watching Fresh Prince or Martin second? Don't do that to Will Smith. Don't do that. Don't do that. That man carried that series for 5-6 seasons, man. Please let's not do that. Let's not do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. Yeah, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, the same guys. They're the same guys in every movie. Man. After he was big. Okay, got you. Will Smith doesn't need to do that. I mean, I hear you. Yeah, snakes on the plane? Like, oh my God. How much of a stretch was that? Okay, let me stop. Let me get on with the conspiracy part. Everybody put on your tinfoils, everything. So here we're gonna go. Lindsey Graham. This is just take it for what it is, man. Take it for what it is. Okay, you ready? Okay, so this is a couple days ago. Okay? Yesterday, a couple days ago, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham visited Ukraine to assure Zelensky's support of the United States. The warmonger was shown a secret drone manufacturing facility in Kiev. Well, this facility no longer exists after strikes by the Russian MOD. Without warning, 6 missiles struck 2 manufacturing facilities in the Kiev region. Okay? The Rumad confirmed strikes on drone sites, which started a huge fire. None of Russia's ballistic missiles were shot down. Lindsey Graham is no longer in the Ukraine. Do you believe? Do you believe? Let's keep it going. Okay, so Graham inspected a drone facility or factory in Ukraine yesterday. Russia blew up the facility today. Then tonight it is announced that Graham is dead from a sudden illness. No more details. This person says, I say there's a decent chance that Russia blew up Lindsey Graham. What do you think? Here's why it's possible. Russia is furious that we continue to fund and arm Ukraine. Graham is not just the most psychotic booster of Ukraine, but he was also the biggest booster for arming Ukraine a decade ago, and likely the Maidan Revolution, or the Maidan, which really forced Russia to invade. Graham was the loudest voice supporting strikes inside Russia. I can assure you Putin did not forget that. Russia has signaled that they intend to escalate because the U.S. NATO will not back off. This could be the warning shot to the political class that Russia doesn't want World War III. They will extract the cost on the politicians themselves who are pushing for this endless war. It is now being reported he died of a heart attack. Sure, maybe, I don't know. But if I were Trump and Graham, Graham got blown up and I didn't want WW3, I would also say that Graham had a heart attack and just move on. Okay? Are you willing to be entertained by this theory? This sounds very, very, very plausible. So let's go. Russia blows up. I'm willing to be entertained, y'all. I'm willing to be entertained. I'm willing to be entertained.
Hello, I'm Ilash Ravinsky, and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Overnight into the 9th of July, Russian forces attacked Ukraine with 2 ballistic missiles and nearly 100 attack drones. The main targets were Ukraine's frontline regions. According to the Ukrainian Air Force, impacts from 2 ballistic missiles and multiple attack drones were recorded at 13 locations across the country. The Russian forces dropped a guided bomb on the city of Drushkivka in the Donetsk region, killing 3 people and wounding 2, and the bomb struck a private house. Later that morning, Russian forces attacked a civilian passenger car in Kherson with a drone, killing 2 civilians inside. All of that clearly war crimes. Now, the strike also damaged power infrastructure, leaving part of the city without power. Emergency crews are currently working to restore electricity in the area. Meanwhile,
okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm willing to be entertained. 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 I'm willing to be entertained.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Sure, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Pleasure.
Thank you for coming, Lindsey.
Yeah. Got a little update for you here.
Yeah.
Just tell me when I can talk. But good visit with the president, right?
Yeah, I think that we had really a good meeting.
Yeah, I
the
think
mood
so,
was
too.
good.
I'm willing to be
and we had
entertained.
some very important results. And I think that the decision of President Trump about licenses, positive signals about
Yeah.
Patriot
Okay.
licenses,
Down
very
low.
important.
Okay, I'm willing to be entertained. I like a good story. I like a good story. Girl.
A day before his death, Senator Graham had just returned from his 10th trip to Ukraine. CBS News chief foreign affairs correspondent and Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan spoke to Senator Graham Friday. He had met with President Zelensky in Ukraine, and Graham told Margaret that he was excited to share news that the White House had finally, after long last, given him the green light for Congress to advance his bill. He'd been pushing it for a long time to put significant financial penalties on the biggest buyers of Russian oil. Margaret Brennan joins us now. Margaret, pick it up from there.
Well, Major, Senator Graham was essentially part of President Trump's foreign policy cabinet, even though he wasn't in the White House. He was constantly on the golf course with the president. He was constantly calling the president and pushing the items he thought were in America's national security interest, that bill being one of them.
Okay, I'm going to end it there. I don't want to spend too much. I don't want to be too long with this. Okay, so now let's get on with the Nolan Wells rumors. No. Okay, let's go. Get off. No, get off that chain. Stop it. Ah, shit. Okay, down you go. You're doing too much. Get out of here. All right. Nolan Wells theories. Boy, it's looking bad. It sounds crazy, even worse. So let me get to the friend. The friend is sketchy as hell. The parents to me are sketchy as hell as well. Like I said, I'm looking at everybody crazy. What in the hell, cat? Get up here. Come on. Get your ass up. Duchess, I'm about to kick you out. I'm about to kick you out. Chill. Okay, you gotta go. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Come here. Nope, you gotta go. Say bye. 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 All right, bye-bye. Bye. Gotta go. Sorry. Doing too much, sweetie. Doing too much. Okay, lo siento. Let's go with the friend first. And then I'm going to show y'all black people doing nonsense. This is why I just can't take black folks serious. Let's go here first. The friend is hella suspect.
That's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument. You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So, but is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away, for it to be Nolan arguing. And then also that altercation, it sounds just like my other friend that got into the altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, like, as he was in that altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it. So
describe that. That's kind of interesting. What was that about?
He was just very hostile. Like he was just like really like mad. Like they were just trying to, like the parents on that boat were trying to get him out.
I'm curious if the police have, I know they said they're still investigating. Did any investigators ever speak to you about what you saw that day?
No, sir.
Really?
Okay.
Cops have not talked to you yet.
No, sir.
That's odd.
I don't see why the cops would have to talk to me. I mean, obviously, like, you know, like I had said my plea, like, because whenever I had talked to the people at Sunheard, it was whenever, you know, the body was discovered and the autopsy people and all those people were there.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Because you knew Nolan well, and you knew that he was friends with these guys who were the last ones to be around him before his body was found. And I would think they would at least want to know, hey, just the things we're asking.
Right.
You know, did you ever hear of any of this stuff? It's odd to me.
Just to gather information.
Yeah, that the cops wouldn't have
investigation.
contacted you. Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, I'm completely fine with that. Like I said, I have nothing to hide. Like, that's my boy, and I want him to find justice. Like, that, like, this whole case thing, like, whatever, like, this whole situation, and none of this adds up to me. So, like, it's really hard, like, for, like, people to just, like, keep on saying things when, like, none of it adds up, honestly.
Okay, to hell with all of y'all, but let's continue. Now look at this dumbass shit here. Y'all see this dumb shit?
Peaceful protest calling for more transparency in the Nolan Wells investigation was held Saturday evening in Mississippi. The parents are seeking answers.
Now you're gonna see why the black woman don't respect her black man. Okay?
About what led to the death of their son. Wells' body was found after a 4th of July boat trip with friends to Horn Island in Mississippi. The death has sparked speculation after his friends returned from the trip without him. Patrick Wright reports.
The goal of today's protest.
You see why the black woman don't respect the black man? That's all y'all do is march. I'm not marching. This is all we're good for doing is marching. Useless. Okay?
I feel like would be just to say his name.
What is this?
For me, this means a whole lot because I have my kids in this community too.
This is embarrassing. Now all of a sudden, all these black men come out of nowhere. You know, the bat signal done went up in the sky, and all of a sudden, here come all these black men. Where all these black dads come from? This is embarrassing.
I'm a mom. I have 2 sons, so it hit home for me.
Nolan Wells could have easily been my grandson.
I feel like today's testament is that we want answers. It's not about vengeance. It's not about accusations. It's about the truth, and it's about transparency.
We're going to stand behind the family, and that's why we're out here. A lot of times, these stories go unnoticed.
Because Nolan Wells is not the only one. There has been a long historic string of young black men losing their life under very suspicious circumstances.
I am the family of Emmett Till. And my family is here in support of what's going on.
Y'all didn't get no justice for Emmett Till. Y'all knew where that white woman lived for 60 years, and no one touched that white woman. She died peacefully, naturally, in her goddamn sleep, surrounded by family and friends. We ain't about to do nothing to nobody. Okay? I can't speak for nobody else. I know what I'm prepared to do. I'll happily go back to my mugshot would be like this. I would be like this in my mugshot. Okay? happily touch mine. I'm in my mugshot. Let's go.
Because this young man should not be dead.
No justice, no peace. So I know him personally as a kid before he went out to college. It's hard in this generation to find kids that still say yes sir, no sir.
Nolan Wells!
Wait, he got a bunch of white friends, but here comes the black community to rally for him. So did Nolan interact with these black people like that? Did he see himself better than the black community? Which is why he went out of his way to surround himself with others that don't look like him? I get it. He went off to college, but still. Okay. You know what happens when black kids go to PWIs? They look for each other. When black kids go to PWIs, they look for each other and be like, oh, there's another one. Let me go link up with him. There's another one. Let's link up with her. Oh, there's another one. Let's link up with her. Oh, there's another one. And they keep their own little collective together. That's what happens when black kids go to PWIs. They look for each other. Okay, but let's continue.
And when he came to me and wanted to work, he said, you know, my mom and dad told me I got to get my own money. And I said, but when you go out to college, I want you to make good choices and decisions to set you up for a lifetime. And he said, yes, sir. That says a lot about his home life. It says a lot about his parents, and it says a lot about him. The things that he did while he was here on earth, it left a statement in a place in a lot of people's heart. Life is precious, no matter what color you are.
That's a fact.
But just till you get to the facts of what really happened, that's really what it's about.
You out there getting your steps in. I get it. I'm happy y'all got your 10,000 steps in. I'm happy y'all got to burn some calories. You burn some water. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. All you did was burn some calories.
Facts. It's not about the color of the skin. It's about sticking to the facts of whatever it is. And if it's something that happened as a mistake, then just let's speak about it. Let's talk about it. That's it. I'd just like to say to him and his soul, man, rest in peace. And we always love you, man. And you did everything you could while you was here. And you did a great job. That's it.
An independent autopsy is being conducted, but the results have not yet been released. Just days ago, the local sheriff's office there issued a statement that said no foul play was suspected in the teen's.
I got $100 that says the autopsy results will show blunt force trauma. I got $100 that says blunt force trauma was the cause of that boy's death. And maybe he may have water in the lungs and may have chlorine in the lungs. Okay, there's no chlorine in open, fresh seawater, but there's chlorine in the pool. So now we're going to get to the pool theory. Okay, let's go. Let's go down this rabbit hole. We're here now. We're in this rabbit hole. Nasty, nasty work. Get this out the way. Okay. Okay, what is this? Okay. You ready? Okay. Nolan died in this woman's house. Somewhere, somehow in this woman's house. I'm going to assume, like it's being alleged, he was beat up and they dunked him in the pool. Because you're going to say he drowned. Hey, got to put some water in his lungs. Go ahead and put the body under the water. Let the lungs fill up. But chlorine is in this pool. So if that independent autopsy is as independent as they claim it to be, two things should happen. Either blunt force trauma and or chlorine liquid in the lungs. So let's go here. Okay. Overnight, my inbox was flooded with messages about the Nolan Wells case. One post shared by a woman claims she witnessed events involving Nolan and others on July 4th. In the post, she describes an alleged altercation, claims Nolan was heard yelling, "Give me my effing phone back." Okay, that I can't confirm. That audio sounded sketchy as hell, but let's go here. Okay. A photo of several young men in the water. A pool party photo that some online users claim included Nolan. Comments that were allegedly posted before some images were deleted or accounts were changed. None of these posts, photos, or comments have been authenticated by law enforcement. They are being widely shared online because many people believe they could help establish a more complete timeline of events. Nolan's family has repeatedly said they want the truth, not rumors, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's continue. Bro, no, is Nolan. Bro, no, didn't get into a fight at the island. It was our other friend, No, and Wyatt did get into an altercation. Right after that, not even 10 minutes later, because Wyatt took his phone and Evan was trying to be hard. Nolan was definitely screaming, "Give me my effing phone back. Nigga, what's wrong with you?" Remember now that first the mama said the phone was returned to her at her house. She never said who dropped the phone off or who gave her back the phone. Then the story changes where the dad says, "No, we had to go. We used Life 360. We had to go track the phone and we got it from their house." Remember that, okay? The very first report, the mama said the phone was brought to her. And I'm like, well, who brought the phone to you? Which one of the kids gave it to you? Stepdad says we had to go track the phone down. Altercation, I had to threaten some people to get the phone and the car keys because they had this phone and his car keys. Let's continue. So they all calmed down. So that's when we head to Evan's house because he was throwing a pool party. So yes, No came to the party, and yes, we was drinking, but Wyatt and Evan and Morgan and Andrew was really high, and I think they was trying to get Lucy and Natalia to try some as well. But yes, they got into it again at the pool party. It didn't end until almost 1 a.m. I know Evan's mom kicked us all out. Once they started fighting, it was Andrew and Evan and Wyatt and Warren was basically recording and laughing, saying, get him. And all I could hear was No screaming, "Mom." Child. So yes, I tried helping them. His mom came out screaming, yelling, drunk, make us leave, and was saying she was going to call the cops on us if we didn't leave her house, but they didn't let No leave, and No was by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. He was leaning over beside it, gasping for air and spitting up blood. But now his mom know I just got off the phone with her. Child. So these are the 4 boys. Why you delete the picture with Nolan at the pool? So Nolan did make it off the island. You know Life 360 tracks every movement you make with your phone. Okay. That's the first part. Okay, once again, this is all alleged, all speculation. This is all Himalayan sea salt. Now let's go here. This is all Himalayan sea salt.
That proves new evidence has just come out in the Nolan Wells case that proves that he was murdered by those 3 men. There was a pool party that took place after the island, and you can see clearly in Evan's Instagram post, Nolan is there. Witnesses have put out statements saying that an altercation took place between Nolan, Evan, and 2 other boys, and the boys proceeded to beat Nolan to death with a metal bar and urinate on him. And
once again, this is all alleged. But let's continue.
all those people there watched and did nothing about it. They are no better than the people that killed him. The reason that Nolan's phone pinged on the island is because they went back and they dumped his body after they killed him. These men need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law because they murdered Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells was murdered. Say his name. New evidence.
Okay. Now, we need to go back and unpack the stepdad part of when they had to go back and get the phone and the car keys. So let's do that. Yeah. And I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here because I want some cookies. Okay, hold up, y'all. Let me find it. Nope, not that one. Oh, Nolan Wells, duh. All right, I want the press conference when the stepdad was like, we had to go to the house, and they were acting like Hold on. Okay, parents press conference. One over and over again. I don't want to see the mama. I want to see the. Oh, I found it. Okay. Oh, this thing's an hour long. We're not going to go through all of it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so let me. I only want to hear the stepdad speak.
Does not. My eye. Oh, it was.
We only want to hear the dad speak. We don't care about the mama. We don't care about nobody else.
Get to the bottom of that. There. Okay.
All I want to say.
We don't care about you, mom. We don't care about you.
There were.
Stepdad talking about he doesn't think it's a race issue. All right, well, you set this boy up for failure. Okay, let's go here.
Situation with the key.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I went too far.
Actually was one of the people who helped us that night. She went and picked up his cell phone from where it was and then provided that to us because we of course contacted authorities to figure out who to do the report with, whether it was the county or the city, which then turned into DMR, who I contacted immediately from there. It, you know, but.
Tell them how you got the cell phone.
So our friend actually, when I called her, Nolan is best friends with her two sons, Jalen and Javon. When I called her, I said to Shima, have you seen Nolan? He's missing. No one has seen him. No one has talked to him. The boys were actually with her sons. So they opened up their Snapchat because a lot of the kids do have their locations where they're tracking one another. So one of the boys says, well, it's showing that I can't exactly remember what his location was showing, but my Life 360 location was showing something completely different. It was actually showing that his phone was like he was on land. And so we ended up, she received the phone from that parent, and then we met up where his car was, which was at a separate location. There were issues obtaining the key, but even so, there was just a lot of...
Tell them about what happened with the keys.
So I'm gonna let my husband tell you about that because he actually went up to the door to get the key because at that point, I was just not in my right mind. This has just been an awful situation, just terrible.
Elmore Wansley, the father.
Okay, so
He the stepdad, nonetheless.
So the situation with the key. When we got to the house, a few of his friends, they were already there. And they were at the door in the house asking questions. So when I walked up, they were getting, things were getting kind of tense. So I turned to them and told them, I need you guys to calm down. I don't do this to me right now. I need them to kind of trust me so they can give me something. So I was able to calm them down. So the guy, he's in one of the pictures, he came out of the room, half asleep or whatever, I think Jack's or whatever. And I said, look, I'm Nolan's father. I'm here to get his keys so I can get his car. I said, he's like,
his car was in the yard.
His car was parked in the yard. So he was like, I don't know, man. Nolan's like my brother. I said, well, if Nolan was like your brother, would you please go in your room and see if you can find my son's keys so I can take his car home? He walks off, 2 or 3 minutes, come back. I can't find the keys. I said, okay, so at that point, I get the boys and I get to move them out the house because I didn't want them to go into the house and start tearing up these people's houses because then that would be a whole other situation. So we walk outside by the car. One of the guys that was in the house with us, he was on the phone with a girl, and the girl told him that Nolan's keys were on top of this Jack's guy's Xbox in the house because apparently she was there with him earlier. So he goes back up to the door by himself, and 5 minutes later, the keys come out. So now I feel like you done lied to me. So now I'm really like in distress with you. But as far as that night goes, if I knew anyone who had a boat, I would have went out that night looking for my son. We tried, but I don't have friends with boats. But if I knew someone with one, I would have went out that night. And this so happened that his coach saw all the stuff on Facebook that next morning and contacted me like 5 in the morning, asked me did we want to go out. And I told him yes. So within an hour, he was at the dock. We met him, and we went out. We docked the boat, got off the boat, walked on the island, walked a pretty nice stretch, came back, got back on the boat, went around the island, looked, came back around, and where we went to, that's where apparently they say that his body floated up. I don't know a lot about water currents over there, but I would think that we would have saw his body. And on the trip there was a family that stayed a night on the island, like actually tented out on the island. So if he was left, he would have saw that family on the island, and it was 2 other boats docked, so he would have had help. So I don't know. I don't know. I think we stayed there for like an hour and a half. That's when Jackson County and the Sheriff Department showed up, and they were going to do their rounds. And I had a classmate of mine, him and his 2 boys, they came out and they searched, and then they got back in touch with me and said the Coast Guard had finally showed up in airplane. So
what is so critical, what Elmore is saying is they went out on Sunday, and the tide, if it brought his body up, he went missing on July 4th, as they say. His body should have been there on July 5th. Why would it not appear to July 6th? And that's one of those things that...
Okay, so it seemed implausible that after they beat the boy at the mama's, at one of the kids' house, cleaned up the scene, right? And then dumped the body back at the island. Boy, that's nasty work. So it's plausible. It's looking that way. Remember, they combed that area the day before, and all of a sudden, the next day his body shows up. That's not how this works. But come on.
That's just not adding up. And the fact that if he stayed behind on the island, There were boats there. There were people. Somebody had to see something.
Somebody would have seen
That's
something.
why it's not adding up. And that's what they're saying. It's just not adding up.
Yes.
And if he was there 2 days, somebody on the island would be able to verify that. 2 days and nobody's come forward and say, no, he was with us, or no, we saw him. It just does not.
Okay, so you got to put pressure on those kids. You got to make the kids crack. All it takes is one kid to crack, and that's it. And then the whole thing comes down. You put pressure on the right kid, this whole thing gets busted open. Put them in the oven. Okay, so let's recap. Let's recap the theory. And let me get out of here. Okay, wait, did I get all my topics? Michael, Russians, Nolan. Okay. All right, so let's recap. This is where we're at so far with it. Recapping them out of here.
Nolan Wells case that proves that he was murdered by those three men. There was a pool party that took place after the island, and you can see clearly in Evan's Instagram post, Nolan is there. Witnesses have put out statements saying that an altercation took place between Nolan, Evan, and two other boys, and the boys proceeded to beat Nolan to death with a metal bar and urinate on him. And all those people there watched and did nothing about it. They are no better than the people that killed him. The reason that Nolan's phone pinged on the island is because they went back and they dumped his body after they killed him. These men...
Okay, it's starting to sound more plausible. But you got to put the pressure on the right kid to make them crack. All right? Let me see. Where's my trash? You got to put the right pressure on the kid. Okay, last recap, final recap. Once again, this is unconfirmed, but it's starting to sound like this is what took place. Okay, bro, Nolo didn't get into a fight at the island. It was our other friend, Nono and Wyatt, did get into an altercation. Right after that, not even 10 minutes later, because Wyatt took his phone and Evan was trying to be hard. Nolan was definitely screaming, give me my effing phone back. What's wrong with you? So they all calmed down. Why did Nolan continue to go to this, hang out with these kids? So if you already got into it once with these kids, and then you're going to go to the next location with the same kids you just got into an altercation with prior. This is very poor situational awareness. I'm not saying it's his fault, but goddamn, kid. You already beef with these white boys one time tonight. How many more times you need to beef with them again for you to get the message? Should have took your punk ass home. Take your punk ass home. So they all calmed down. So that's when we head to Evan's house because he was throwing a pool party. So yes, Nono came to the party, and yes, we was drinking. But Wyatt and Evan and Morgan and Andrew was really high. I think they was trying to get Lucy and Natalia to try some as well. But yes, they got into it again at the pool party. It didn't end until almost 1 a.m. We need to know whose mama's house this was. I know Evan mom kicked us all out once they started fighting. It was Andrew and Evan and Wyatt and Warren was basically recording and laughing, saying "get him," and all I could hear him was Nono screaming "mom." So yes, I tried to helping them. His mom come out screaming, yelling, drunk, make us leave, and was saying she was going to call the cops on us if we didn't leave her house, but they didn't let Nono leave. And Nono was by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. He was leaning over beside it, gasping for air and spitting up blood. But now his mom, no, I just got off the phone with her. See, so universe, you didn't listen. You already got into a scrap with these kids one time in one night, and you thought it was smart to go to another location with these same kids. I'm not saying it's his fault, but goddamn, kid, take your punk ass home. I'm out, man. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for all the support and comments and the super chats as well. And I gotta get some cookies, man. Y'all have a good night. I'm out of here, man.